So this is problem number 28, one version of it from the skills review. And this is actually 3 of what we're going to talk about in chapter 11 as being the 4-step process. So step 1 of the 4-step process is actually to take f of x equals 9x plus 7 and substitute in place of x the x plus h. So for part A, we have f of x plus h equals 9 times x plus h plus 7. And if we simplify that, then 9 times x is 9x, and 9 times h is 9h plus 9. So then what we want to do in the next step is we would like to subtract the original function f of x from that. So if we subtract 9x plus 7 from that, what we will have is 9x plus 9h plus 9 minus 9x minus 7. And at this point I realize I have an error and I need to go back and correct. So this should have been not 9x plus 9h plus 9, but this should have been plus 7. And I will need to correct that before we go on. So now, at this point, we need to simplify to get part B. So when we simplify, we're going to see that 9x minus 9x, those two 9x's cancel each other out. And the same thing happens with plus 7 and minus 7. So that what we have remaining for part B is 9h, and that's all, because everything else is canceled out. So now we're ready to do part C. And part C says take essentially what we had in part B and put it over H. And what we had for part B simplified to 9H. So if we put that over H, then what happens is the H's cancel. And that tells us that f of x plus h minus f of x, all divided by h, is equal to simply 9.